Hi everyone. In this video, we will discuss about motion and dynamic equations for vehicles. The fundamentals of vehicle design involves the basic principles of physics, specifically the Newton's second law of motion. According to Newton's second law, the acceleration of an object is proportional to the net force exerted on it. Hence, an object accelerates when the net force acting on it is not zero. So it can only accelerate when the net force is not zero. In a vehicle, several forces act on it and the net or resultant force governs the motion according to the Newton's second law. The acceleration of the vehicle depends on the power delivered by the propulsion unit, the road condition, the aerodynamics of the vehicle, and the composite mass of the vehicle. So this is the general description of vehicle movement. The vehicle motion can be completely determined by analyzing the forces acting on it in the direction of motion. The forces acting on the vehicle moves up a grid are shown in figure. So it has the forces, different forces acting on it is the thrust, the aerodynamic drag, rolling resistance, grading resistance, etc. So the tractive force F of t in the contact area between the tires of the given wheels and the road surface propels the vehicle forward. So F of t is the tractive force. So you can see the tractive force here. This is here the tractive force. So this is the tractive force and this is the tractive force. So the tractive force F of t in the contact area between the tires of the driven wheels and the road surface is responsible for the propulsion of the vehicle. And the tractive force is produced by the power plant. Power plant means it can be either a diesel vehicle or gasoline vehicle, or it can be a motor, and transferred to the driving wheel via the transmission and the final drive. When the vehicle moves, it encounters a resistive force that tries to retard its motion. So this resistive forces opposes the tractive force. And the resistive forces are the rolling resistance, aerodynamic drag, and uphill resistance or grading resistance. So this is the general description of vehicle movement, and it can be represented using the Newton's second law. So the acceleration dv by dt will be equal to net tractive force minus resistance divided by tau into m. The tau is the mass factor, m is the total mass, F of t is the total tractive effort, F resistance is the total resistance. First of all, rolling resistance. The rolling resistance of tires on hard surface is due to hysteresis in the tire material. This is due to the deflection of the surface while the tire is rolling. Surface means outer covering of the wheel. In the figure, the tire at standstill is shown. Here the tire at standstill is shown, when means it is not moving. On this tire, a force P, this is the force P, is acting at the center. The pressure in the contact area between the tire, this one, the pressure in the contact area between the tire and the ground is distributed symmetrically to the center line, and the resulting reaction force PZ is aligned along P. So we can see these are the pressure distribution, these are the reaction pressures which is due to the applied force. These are the reactions, and the resultant of this Ez will exactly align with the pressure P. So this is the condition when the tire is not moving. So this is the tractive effort. This is the force of force, or this is the force or pressure, and this is the reaction distribution of reaction along the tire and the road surface, in the contact area between tire and the road surface, and the resultant will be Pz, which is exactly aligned with the the deformation Z versus the load P in the loading and unloading process is shown in figure. So this curve represents the loading. Loading means the vehicle is moving, the loading on the road. And one part will be loading and the other part will be unloading. When the vehicle is moving, if you imagine the movement of tire, the one part, the front part will be, or front or back, whether the vehicle is moving front side, front or back, the one part will be loading and the other part will be unloading. So this is the curve showing the loading condition and this is the curve showing the unloading condition. So for the same effort, so for the same deformation, this is a deformation. This for the same deformation, the force during loading is much higher than force during the unloading. So hence this is called hysteresis. This looks similar to the hysteresis curves. So this shown as hysteresis of the tire. Hence the hysteresis causes an asymmetrical distribution of ground reaction forces. So the scenario of the rolling resistance is shown in figure. When the tire rolls, the leading half of the contact area is loading and the trailing half is unloading. Thus, the pressure on the leading half is greater than the pressure on the trailing half. This is the problem due to rolling resistance. So this phenomena results in the ground reaction force shifting forward. So the shifting in ground reaction force create a moment that opposes the rolling of the vehicle. So this opposes the movement of the vehicle. The moment produced by forward shift of the resultant ground reaction force is called rolling resistance moment and can be represented as TR, where TR is equal to P into A. P is the momentum, P is equal to mgA. The T is the rolling resistance, P is the normal load acting on the center of the rolling wheel, M is the mass of the vehicle, G is the acceleration constant, and A is the deformation of the tire. So a vehicle traveling at a particular speed in air encounters a force resulting in its motion. This force is known as aerodynamic drag. So the main causes of aerodynamic drag are shape drag and skin effect. The shape drag is due to the shape of the vehicle. That is, the forward motion of the vehicle pushes the air in front of it. However, the air cannot instantaneously move out of the way and its pressure is thus increased. So during the movement, the forward motion, in the front part of the vehicle, there is a high pressure area. This is a high pressure area on the front part of the vehicle. And the air behind the vehicle cannot instantaneously fill the space left by the forward motion of the vehicle. This creates a zone of low air pressure. So here the back side of the vehicle is low air pressure, the front side is the high air pressure. Hence the motion of the vehicle creates two zones of pressure. The high pressure zone in the front of the vehicle opposes its motion by pushing. On the other hand, the low pressure zone develops at the rear side of the vehicle, opposes its motion by pulling it backward. So this is called a shape drag. This is due to the shape of the vehicle. Next is the grading resistance. When a vehicle goes up or down a slope, its weight produces a component of force that is behind directed downwards. That is this shown here. So the force component opposes the forward motion that is called that is the grade climbing. When the vehicle goes down the grade, this force component aids the vehicle motion. The grading resistance can be expressed as Fg is equal to mg into sine alpha. So this is Fg is equal to mg into sine alpha. This is the force mg into sine alpha. It's called grading resistance. So mg into sine alpha, where m is the mass of the vehicle, g is the acceleration constant, and alpha is the road angle. In order to simplify the calculation, the road angle alpha is usually replaced by the grade value when the road angle is small. The grade value is defined as I is equal to h by L. Next is acceleration resistance. In addition to the driving resistance occurring in steady state motion, the inertial forces also occurring during acceleration and braking. The total mass of the vehicle and the inertial mass of those rotating parts of the drive, accelerated or braked, are the factors influencing the resistance of acceleration, resistance to acceleration. So this is shown in the using the equation F of A is equal to m plus sigma j rotation by r square dynamics by dv by dt. Next is total driving resistance. The tractive force F of t recorded at the drive wheels is made up of the driving resistance forces and is defined as F resistance is the resistance due to rolling resistance, aerodynamic drag, grading resistance, and acceleration resistance. So substituting the value of these things, we will get the net resistive force. So P is equal to the required power will be equal to the F resistive forces into velocity. Thank you.